Hi everyone, this is Bill Leith. Today I have some tips on how to flip the sai. Let's get started. I'll typically have new students grab the sai by both ends. We have one hand in the closed position for the sai, and the other hand going to grab the tip. That's just so we don't drop the sai accidentally on our foot when we're first starting out. If I wasn't holding on to start, just the basics of the opening and closing movement, I'm going to let go with all my fingers, keeping my thumb still around the hook. That's going to allow the sai to swing around the grip of the thumb as I open it. As I release, my fingers are going to go around the handle of the sai, grip it, flip over, and I'm going to make sure my thumb slides right beneath the guard so that if anything's coming in towards the sai, it doesn't get caught. So again, if I'm going to hold two hands here, I'm going to grab the end of here, bring my hands over just for practice, put the thumb behind, extend the sai out. From here, grab a hand over, thumb here, and extend. As you get comfortable with that movement, you can start flipping it with just one hand. So I release, grip it, extend out. From here, grip over, extend out. To bring the sai back, I'm going to put my thumb over the hook again to where it's going to end in my final position here in the closed grip. I'm going to bring my wrist backwards, letting the sai naturally fall down into place. Again, this is where I might have the student hold it just so it doesn't slip out of their hand. And grab again. Without my hand grabbing it, my hands are over, I extend, put my thumb back, let my wrist come backwards, let the sai naturally fall in position. When you first start training with the sai, your natural instinct is to have some fun with it. Throw the sai around as quickly as you can. But I really recommend start off slow so you don't drop it and hurt yourself. Believe me, I've dropped the sai plenty of times. I've had a few close calls. You don't want that sai dropping on your foot. As you get comfortable, you can start adding some speed to it. So I'm going to grab it over, extend out, bring it back. You'll notice a little movement in my arm. The opening movement isn't just coming from the wrist. The wrist is a large part of that, and we do a lot of wrist strengthening exercise to help with the flipping of the sai. But like with everything we do with our kobudo and our karate, we're using our entire body for the technique. So the movement, I'm using my hips a little bit. I'm extending out from my shoulder and my elbow, and my body motion's aiding in the momentum of the sai to flip it forward. So from here, if I'm releasing that sai, my arm extends out along with my hips a little bit, and if I'm striking with the weapon, that's going to aid in that strike. Same thing when I close. I open. As I close, I'm dropping my elbow back a little bit, and that's going to aid in the flip and make it snap nice and tight to my forearm. When we do variations of this, we can strike out from the side of the body. We can strike from the hip area, and again, that same motion of swinging that arm and using the hips is going to aid with the snap of the weapon. As you get more advanced, you can even add variations on the opening and closing movements with the sai. So part of my hojo undo with my students is as I'm striking out, I'm going to let the sai release again, still using the thumb as the pivot point, and then we can flip into a strike around the head. So from this point of view, I can punch. It's still releasing the sai this way, letting gravity do the work for me, gripping it, coming around the head, striking sideways. From an open position, I can even take the sai and set up for my next strike. So if I have the sai open here, down to the ground for like a blocking check position, I can flip it up. The curling motion of my arm is going to add some momentum, to add snap to my forearm, so I can come in for another technique. So down here to the ground, I'm going to curl my wrist up, curl my arm up, snap the sai into place. Now I'm set to either block with the weapon or use the hook as an attack. Like with any other weapon, the most important thing to think about when you're training is safety, especially when it's a new weapon, especially when it's a weapon that has some weight to it and some sharp pointy ends. I have seen people who have dropped the sai on their foot and have gotten hurt. I don't want it to happen to anyone else. So again, the important thing is when you're training, start slow. Don't be afraid to use two hands. There's nothing wrong with that to get the motion down. And once you're comfortable with that, then you can start adding the snap and playing with the different variations on how to use the weapon. I hope you found this tip helpful. If you did, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Until next time, train hard, train smart. See you soon.